Alright, hello folks, welcome to the game, welcome to the stream. Destiny 2 is back, we are in here one more time. Oh boy. More tokens, more grinding, more future war cult, more of the things that we've been doing all damn week. I don't know if you're getting tired of it, I'm getting tired of it, but we still have a few ranks to get. We still have one piece of armor to get. So we're going to do our best to get those. In the meantime, I'm going to try to coach myself not to look at myself on OBS over here. That is going to take training and a little bit of practice. But I think I'll get used to it. Somehow. I'll figure out a way. I know, that's my problem, not yours. I will find a way. Always do, always will. So, how are we going to do this? Because we want to grind these tokens as much as possible, as fast as possible. Because, to get this one piece of Titan armor, there is no guarantee that we are going to get it, no matter how many tokens we grind. Reason being, RNG. And RNG is not on my side today. Or, well, this week? Okay, he hasn't been too bad. But I'm still missing that one chest piece. And again, there's no guarantee I'm going to get it. So we need to maximize our tokens. So what we're going to do is just grind here on Titan. That one public, well, there's more than one public event, but we're going to run that one lost sector over and over again. As fast as we can, just blow through this cycle. And if we're lucky, it will end with a future war cult, Titan chest piece, and a sunshot catalyst. You know, I really don't hate this hand cannon, for PvE. I really do not. You know, to be honest, in the 3 minutes that this is going to take to load the public event, I can probably just do this patrol. That's the sad part. Maybe another patrol, depending on what it is. So, we will do that. This one I think is just to kill Fallen, which is easy. Super easy. That easy, approximately. That easy. There's the other one up here. Let's do that.
Our enemies have been using whatever they can get their hands on. I need you to recover what they've stolen.
Okay. Okay, so is this to kill Fallen or just dregs? Looks like dregs. Hi, please die. That was embarrassing. I'd like to not repeat that, ever. If that's okay. I may have overestimated my own ability to do patrols. I'll be entirely honest. While we're doing this mindless grinding, I want to emphasize here that I am using my Arc Strider, which is one that a character that I do not normally use. In the interest of maximum damage output, And because it has an ability, my melee ability, using a certain tree allows me to start my health regenerating. Look, my health regenerating, which is really great for this purpose because if you haven't followed already, once you have the renown needed to actually get any token stacks from lost sectors, you stop healing and you need a pickup in order to heal again. So that said, the ability to restart your healing clock early, any way necessary, is really helpful. Okay, this is kind of a waste. So what I might do is blow through this public event and leave the patrol, maybe collect it later. Maybe go to the rig and just do the public event. I'm not sure what I'll do. Here I am coming up with these elaborate plans and not knowing how to execute them. It's just pretty typical. Oh, he's immune. That was silly. I regret that. He's still immune. I regret that too. Not anymore, he's not. Cool. I can at least help run orbs. There's no harm in that. Unless dipshit won't get his big ass head off of said orbs. Which can be a problem. Okay, thankfully, you know, the other really great thing about doing public events on Titan is that the only few that are offered are very, very simple. And by this point in the game, most people have figured them out. So it's not like the Taken Blight event, for example, which people still don't understand. And I don't understand how people don't still understand, but that's besides the point. Awesome. Alright, so here is the problem with Titan. One negative. If you've been watching, you've heard Homicyclops, one of my good buddies over at Rapture Gaming and one of my frequent running mates, does not like running Titan because everything is kind of congested here. Everything kind of happens on top of each other because it's such a confined space. There's so much going on in so little territory. Loading wall. Well, he hit it too. That's only fair. And you're likely to run into something when you don't necessarily need or want to. Which is fair. I allow him that criticism. To me, though, I see it as an opportunity. I see it as a chance to get your renown faster because there are so many things on top of each other that allow you that that renown benefit. And here we're just gonna arch stride the crap out of this ogre and hop, skip, and jump our way here, and we're done. That was super simple. Took about 30 seconds. I'm proud of it. Now we have a bit of a dilemma, though. Do I end the patrol that I just did? Or do I head all the way back to Siren's Watch to finish it? I think I'm gonna head back, which I can't fast travel because it sees me as being in an activity. Commander Roots, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good time in this stream. Hope you're having a good time on this Sunday night in general. I know Monday's coming. Monday can be a downer for, well, a lot of reasons. But thank you for that follow. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it more than I can put into words. So, let's get back... let's not trip on our sparrow. Let's get back over to Siren's Watch and kill one drag, finish this patrol, and then we'll head back over to the rig, the area we just came from. And, there's our unlucky victim. Oh, and he has a friend. I should just kill him for good measure. And him too. That's all. That's all I need. Goodbye. Okay. With that, yes, we abandon our comrade here, because he's doing something I'm not really interested in taking part in. Those supply drop events can be such a pain in the ass. They drop, especially on Titan, in really unpleasant places. I'll go out on a limb and say. And they take a long time. They take multiple people. They're difficult because you have yellow bars that are super spongy, spawning on top of you at virtually all times. And it's more than a little frustrating, because there's no way to speed it up, aside from having more people. There is no way to make it easier, aside from having more people. And in general, it's just not a very fun event. I know it's meant to be something that just livens up the environment a bit. It's not meant to be a true event. That's why it doesn't get announced the same way a Walker Assault does, or a Taken Blight does. But it's just generally not that fun to participate in. It's more frustrating than fun, and that, to me, is not the mark of a good activity. It's also relatively unrewarding, because I would say it takes twice as long. First off, soloing it would be silly. It takes forever. The amount of yellow bars who would come after you, you're surrounded, you're stuck in one little place. It's a pain in the ass. So let's assume you have a fire team. It frequently takes you twice as long as many public events to heroic those public events. It takes twice as long to do those enemy supply caches. That is not worth it unless there is a substantial reward, substantially larger than a heroic public event. There is not. You get one region token from each individual supply piece you grab, and then I believe at the end you just get a stack of 5. Now that gives, if my recollection is correct, I'm not positive that it is, but let's say it is, that would give you a stack of 9 tokens. This is faction tokens, by the way. I get 5 from heroicing a public event. If I can do 2 heroic public events in the time it takes to do these supply drops, that's not worth it. Ooh, where did this high value target drop? Because if it dropped in the right place, I might be able to speed run that lost sector and come back in time for the public event. Where did he drop? That's the question here. Okay, that's 4. That's good enough. That only leaves me... That will give me a 8 token reward from the Lost Sector. Now, I can... It takes about a couple minutes to do Walker Assault and Heroic It, depending on how many people are there. This might take me 30 seconds if I jump in and arc stride the ogre the way I did last time. So I should, in theory, be able to do this, get back in time to join that public event, do a patrol, and come right back. Okay, let's director the rig. Okay, and hopefully it will put me back in the same instance where Walker Assault is occurring. It should. I hear it. It worked. And even more to my benefit, here's a lucky high-value target chest. I readily admit there's no strategy on that one. That was pure, unadulterated luck. That's already clear. This one has one. I'm gonna punch this dreg in the face in a second. There we go. Okay, that's heroic. I don't feel like I'm getting the effect on target I should right now. Yeah, Scorch Cannon will do nicely. I think I missed. I didn't hear a satisfying boomf. Okay, this guy has got to go. Ow, that hurts. Regardless, I should be okay, because, yep, I still have 1 renown because I'm wearing, I got 2 from that high value target chest because I'm wearing full faction armor. And I will get 4 from this public event because I'm wearing full faction armor. If I complete it without dying, that will leave me with 5, which is what I want. And that is how you complete a public event without dying, aka sit on the sidelines and snipe.
An extremely successful sortie, as I've come to expect from you. Well done.
So,
Again.
my little, ooh, thank you for the exotic RN, Jesus. I think he likes to be thanked. I fall a little short of saying a prayer, but I do thank RN Jesus. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I do not have my arc staff ready. So what I'm going to do instead is try to use Darcy and pepper the ogre from range, which is definitely more risky. Riskier, I suppose, is the proper term. I'm good at English, by the way. And it should work because Darcy's a special sniper rifle. Once it locks on, you hear that little doop. Once it does that, once it has completed its lock-on cycle, it does an additional crapload of damage to the target it's locked on to, which is really neat and really great against these high HP, high value targets. Works wonderfully against ogres because they have these humongous critical spots called heads, and if you hover over the head and pull the trigger, it does a lot of damage, which tends to be a positive. So Darcy is very much a good weapon for something like that. And you just saw, we didn't suffer a huge time loss on that. Would it have been faster if I just simply were able to run in with my arc staff? Oh yeah. I mean, we've already done that twice, and I think we cleared the lost sector in under 30 seconds. But Darcy is superb at very similar application, which is taking a high health, spongy target and making them, well, dead. Okay, I have 2 minutes until this public event, so I can start a patrol. I feel like I know where this one goes. So, can I get back in? I don't need to get back in 2 minutes, because that's just when the event starts. I need to be able to get back, I would say, within 4 minutes to be able to get credit for the public event as well. Yeah, I'm just going to cruise through you guys. I don't really care. Except for you. Because you were directly in my way, and I don't approve of that. Oh, that's an edge. Oh, hey. This is actually the way I want to go. Cool. Now, where's the thing I need to scan? Here it is. So this is a very simple process, just a hold of the X button and wait for Ghost to take in the surroundings. Yes, we are. I assume by floating he means on this floating wreck of a station that was on this water planet / moon / body. You know, I still don't know what my relationship with this hand cannon is. Part of me wants to really love it. It's like Better Devils. Hits a little harder. The explosion does a little more damage, I think. But it also fires slower. And it's not quite as accurate, not quite as stable. I think I mentioned that it fires noticeably slower. So I don't think it's equal to Better Devils, but I think it's very close. Alright, so this is going to be interesting because we have no help, which tends to be a negative thing. A rare thing, he's actually inside the barricade. Okay. Okay, I just want to drop his shield. Can I do that? Accidental headshot. I'm just that good. And by the way, this is bad. For me, with 2 renown, to be the only one attempting this right now is not a positive thing. Okay, actually, looks like we have some people coming in. Oops. Okay. Now we're doing a little better. Now we have help. A lot of help, actually. That looks like 4 other Guardians. This is good. This is good, because it means that we can probably just hang in the shadows with our renown and not risk our lives over this dumb walker. Yep, thank you. I wanted to restart my health bar here. I'm just going to let them do their thing. I have renown. My life is in danger. greater danger than theirs. You'll see. We'll take a look and see. Well, next time, because it's over now, how slow my health is recovering. It's super slow. It's not recovering quickly at all. That is at 2 renown. And 2 renown just makes everything tougher. Everything is a little spongier to me. I do a little less damage. Everything does a little more damage to me. This guy's as good as dead. Alright, so on this one, I'm not afraid to dump my Darcy ammo. Reason being, I have my arc staff charged and ready. So if I hold my arc staff and do not launch it for this public event, I can save it for the Lost Sector. And then I don't need to have Darcy ammo to take on the Ogre. I only need one or the other to clear that Lost Sector. I do not need both. And frankly, could I get through the Lost Sector without either? Technically, yes. However, it would be very unpleasant. It would take a long time to do. Okay, I'm having trouble driving here. This is why I don't partake in Sparrow Racing League. Loading wall. If I were to do it with just my kinetic and my energy weapon, could I do it? Yeah, I like to think that I'm good enough. That public event will come in handy. However, that takes significantly longer. And the longer that I'm in there with my 5 renown, that's more time that I am taking damage and not healing, which puts me at significantly greater risk of dying, losing said renown, and then losing rewards. So I want to have one or the other, either my arc staff or my Darcy, ready to take that guy out, take that ogre out as fast as possible, get to that chest as fast as possible, and get the hell out. I don't even mind. Okay, so I need to get to this. Oh, I actually have time. But you know what? It's faster if I fast travel. I'm worried, or I was worried, that if I fast traveled, I would get put into a different instance where the public event was not going on. Would that happen? I don't know. Am I being paranoid? Possibly. This mosquito bite will not go away. But that's not a problem, because the map says it is happening. And when the map says the thing is happening, it is happening. Sometimes you run into a situation where the map doesn't say a thing is happening, but it actually is. But you do not run into situations where the map says a thing is happening, but it's actually not. That does not happen. Now, what are my patrol options? Okay, that's a long scan. That's an assassination. Assassination shouldn't be hard. I have my super. Where is it? Down there. I'm just hoping I can do it quickly enough.
A priority target just entered your sector. Sending coordinates for field tracking.
To get back to that public event, because that is a super quick one and I don't want to miss it. Witch's Ritual, if you have enough people, is super fast. You can get it done in under 2 minutes. If you have more than a couple people there, especially if you have a Night Stalker. Night Stalkers, a single one with Orpheus Rig, especially, will break that event apart. Okay, that was easy. That was actually a little too easy, but I needed the time. Okay, can I spawn here? No. Okay, fast travel then. There we go. And oh no, I have renown. I can't do that. Alright, just gonna have to hoof it. It's not what you want, but sometimes it's what you need. Now I can do this, do the thing. Okay, so, like I said, this event is really easy if you have even a couple people in the area. And it looks like we already have this guy, what's his name, Rex. Just made it. Rallied the flag, got my super back, that's a positive. And this guy, Stand Up 14, might come in. He's in, that's good. I thought I saw another guy who might show up. Okay, I was really hoping for this guy's shield to go down. It didn't happen. That was not what I had in mind. But, like I said earlier, one patrol and one heroic public event still gives me one renown margin of error. So I'm going to spend a little Darcy here to get rid of these witches because they are messing me up. And we need to in order to get this event on the move. Looks like one of our randos has bailed, which is bad. Oh no, he just came over to this side. Unfortunately, I am not in any place to help this fellow because I am dying. Now I'm not. This is good. Okay. This is still awkward. Still a little close. Did we miss the crystals? We did. Okay. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll still get 3 renown for this. It's not what, again, it's not what I wanted, but we got a little overwhelmed. And it's a good argument for not coming into a public event with renown. Because this is what happens. You get into this tight situation where you are constantly under fire, constantly under attack, and you cannot afford to take damage because that damage will not heal. Well, then you start dying. Then you start being more conscious about surviving than killing the things that are attacking you and killing the things that you are supposed to kill. Like the 2 crystals that we were supposed to get up there at the top of the pillars. You know, it'd be better if I actually locked onto my target. Alright. So, unfortunately, we did not heroic that event. I'm sure everybody around me is more than a little disappointed in me. But that's okay. Now, ooh, a kill patrol. 3 renown is not enough. That will get me, like, let's say 6 tokens. And if I can, you know, finish this off with a quality, just a patrol, that's a 4 token difference. And that's huge. It's not a big difference between a 4 renown and a 5 renown. It's only 2 tokens you miss out on. But at 3 renown, then you're basically cutting your rewards in half. And that is not what you want. Excuse me, could you not take my kills? I need these. Of course, the one time I want to, I need to kill a lot of enemies, they are not here. Okay, where's this captain? Okay, this is bad. Alright, this is getting to be a real problem. This is a very real problem. Because now, this patrol will only give me 2... Well, it was already going to only give me 2 renown. But now, that 2 renown is not going to put me at 5 renown. So I'm just going to have to suck it up and eat the 2 tokens that I'm not going to get. Disappointing? For sure. But it is what it is. Sometimes that's just what you get. Luckily, it's not going to be any more difficult, because I have my arc staff. Okay, he dropped a little heavy. I'll take that. And grab this. It's still 8 tokens, which really, in the scope of things, is not bad. You only miss out on 2. That's not... In the scope of the amount of grinding I'm doing and the scope of the amount of tokens that I'm amassing is not huge if I lose out on 2 every couple times. It's not a really big deal. What cost me there, in particular, was that public event. Normally that is one that you can clear. Oh, excuse me, this beer is making me a little burpy. Normally that is one of the public events you can clear pretty easily. Okay. I have 2 minutes until the public event. This one...
Starved for intel out here. Passing you coordinates and wishing you good luck, Guardian.
Okay, so I made the mistake of getting into a very close quarters... This guy just dropped an HVT chest, which is good. A close quarters public event where healing is important without the ability to heal, which was a big loss. Okay, so this might be questionable. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm trying to chase this patrol while on a time limit for the other public event on Siren's Watch. I don't know if I'll be able to get both in, but I'm going to try. Okay. Really? I have to be on this particular silo? Oh, hey. It is actually a nice view. Check it out. Take a look. Alright, 82%, and I think I will still have time, if I go quickly, to speedrun the Lost Sector and make it in time for the public event. Because that Walker Assault, remember, takes a few minutes. You still have to damage the Walker, place the orbs, which you may not get all 6 to drop in one go, and then kill the other Walker. That gives me a couple minutes, because that's how long it's going to take anybody who's there to do it. Can it be done in less time? Sure, but that also requires a lot more people, a lot of people. And I don't assume that there's going to be that many people. Plus, let's face it, I just burnt this place down to get these tokens. And the event is the event must be just starting. I have no doubt that I'm going to make it to this one. No doubt whatsoever. Yep, it literally just started. Probably 20 seconds ago. So this will not be difficult. Okay. I'm actually in a pretty bad spot right here. Now I have no renown, so there's no reason for me not to get involved here. And frankly, I want to mix it up a little. I've already been doing the same thing for half an hour. Okay. Now he drops his orbs. This is good. This is what you want. So, now, if I throw my grenade to clear that out, this leg is already very hurt because that's the one I was shooting at. So he goes back down, staggers very easily. Screw you. Screw you. Now I'll grab this other orb. All I do is run, 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 no matter what. Got renown on my mind. I can never give it up. And almost get launched. That's a real threat. Okay. Luckily, I don't have any renown. If I did, I would be much more afraid of these guys. But in the interest of not dying, I'm still gonna, you know, head over here. Oh wow, we just staggered the shit out of this walker. So what I'm doing is charging my cannon shot, because as it charges, as it hits different stages of charge, it does progressively more damage. And when you have enough people, you can get away with things like that, taking a little extra time to get things done, to do your damage. If it means that, you know, you do more damage, that's okay all of a sudden, because now you're not under constant fire. You don't have to move so quickly. Alright, so we'll take this assassination patrol. And this shouldn't be hard. You saw the earlier one. I simply popped my arc staff and it was over. Now I don't have my arc staff this time, but that would go to tell you, you know, how simple it is. It's usually 3 enemies or 1 big one, but I have Darcy. I have my abilities are all ready to go. My super, should I need it, is close. It's not the mission I wanted. Normally, what are they called? Salvage missions are more my thing. They're quick. Kill patrols are even better. If you can get a kill patrol, that's money in the bank. Okay, I kind of wanted to keep that. That's not what I wanted to do either, but alright. The other downside to this is that all this traveling you have to do to get to your assassination target, you have to huff it back. because there's no fast traveling, and you can't summon your Sparrow in this area. There we go. Okay. Interesting voice line is interesting. Okay. Now, I fly through this section and try to get back to somewhere I can summon my Sparrow. Because I want to get back to the rig. If you're wondering why I keep doing the same lost sector over and over again, you know, I'm moving around to do patrols and public events wherever they may be, but I keep going back to the same lost sector every time. And are there other lost sectors here? Yeah, there are. There's one right in this set area, in Siren's Watch. There is one. But I keep going back to the rig for a couple reasons. For one, the lost sector in the rig is particularly easy. As you've seen me doing the lost sector, you've probably noticed that I don't have to kill many enemies at all. I don't have to fight my way through mobs. I don't have to take out those acolytes that are buzzing around. I don't have to. If I am capable of diving over whoever is there to get to that ogre, I can do that. And if I can't, the ogre will pop out. I shoot him like this, and then jump over the crates and go past everybody else, and I reach the same end result, which is I'm done. Just as simple as this. I only have to kill the ogre and anyone who happens to be in my way, which is few. And then I can simply direct her out. That is what makes it such a great event, is that there is so much, well, I say event, a good lost sector when you need to farm, because it can be done so quickly. Ideally, yeah, you would want to kill everybody, but you don't have to. The lost sector in Siren's Watch, by contrast, is not one large room with a lot of containers that you need to jump over. It is a series of rooms, and there are a lot of different enemies with different abilities and a lot of crossfire. And there is nothing so simple as shooting the boss and rushing through. That's just not possible. You have to traverse your way through the rooms. You have to put yourself in harm's way. Okay, yeah, this is happening. Those witches need to die. This is why it's good to have a bunch of people for this event, so that someone or a couple someones can run interference on these thrall. They are a pain in the ass, and they really prevent you from doing what it is you want to do, which is shoot the bad guys. You see, I have to take a break from shooting who I want to shoot in order to, keep myself safe. Which is why it's good that there's other people here, because I can be allowed to do that. I need to reload. And I don't know where the boss is right now. which for me is a problem, because he needs to die. There he is. But I'm being mobbed by Thrall. This actually is not going very smoothly. Believe it or not, you know, even though nobody has died, I'm getting my shit handed to me right now. But even though everything seems to be going okay, you can do this event much, much, much faster.
Another demoralizing defeat for the Hive. I've lost count of
The way
there will be many more.
the way I like to joke about it is, in many ways, if you are still running at 30 frames a second, you're not doing enough damage in that public event. And what I mean is, I'm gonna run this with 4. I'm right here. I don't think it's worth doing a patrol to get 2 more tokens. I can be on my way to the next public event, working on a patrol there, rather than digging one up now. Anyways, back to Witch's Ritual. If you have a Night Stalker, what they do in that event is pop their tether right in front of that portal, and that captures everything coming out of the portal, which means all the Thrall, that big boss that we worked so hard to shoot, all get tethered. Which means that 1, they are slowed down, and 2, they are more vulnerable to all incoming damage, which is notably huge. It also means that there's a lot of frame drop, because if you are running a machine like me that is not super powered Xbox One X, there's a lot of lights and a lot of particle effects. Punch you, shoot you, move on with my life. So the joke being that if a Night Stalker is not tethering that portal and providing a crapload of orbs for everyone and their mother to pop their supers, then you're doing something wrong, because it is by far the most effective way to do the event. Alright, this public event is going to take me over to the rig, or this patrol. I'm usually good with words, I swear. But I have 3 some odd minutes. That's really not bad at all. And I chose this one, even though it's inconvenient, over the salvage patrols, which are inarguably more convenient, because in Siren's Watch they are always, almost always, if not always, fallen kills to collect items. And your public event there is always fallen. Because I have so much time on my hands, I can do this patrol because I also have the time to do it. But that also means that it clears the way for that patrol beacon to give me a different patrol next time. The patrol beacons that I'm getting these jobs from are always in the same place, but they don't always offer the same missions. If you spawn into the same area from orbit, I believe they usually start, emphasis on start, with the same patrol mission. But if you're spending a lot of time in an area without leaving, the way I am right now, you're going to do those patrols. you're going to finish them. And the game needs to replace those jobs. So what it does is take the patrols that you have done, or takes the patrol beacons that you have completed a job from, and assigns those beacons a new job to give you. So what I'm doing by taking this inconvenient mission while I can, while I have the time and the patience, is allowing that beacon to become a different patrol mission that might be more convenient later. This vandal has to die. And I want to punch this drag, because that will restart my health regeneration, and that is a good thing. Hi, friend. I see you're also Future War Cult. Alright, so what's the strategy this time? I have 2 renown. Yeah, my dude. Close enough. I'm inside a wall. Okay, so my strategy this time is going to be a little different. Because I have 2 renown, my health is not going to be as safe. Which means that any damage I take, I won't be able to heal back unless my abilities are up. And frankly, that requires a strategy of play that doesn't work well when you have a walker or 2 walkers ground pounding and blasting your face. Somebody just died in a strange way. It sucks to be them, to be honest. So, considering I have 1, 2, 3, 4 other guardians around, I'm going to let them be my meat shields. I have no need to be down there running orbs, punching whatevers. I don't need to be there. I can sit up here with Darcy and just pop the dude's legs. Okay, I can't do damage to the legs anymore. Because once he's staggered and in this vulnerable position, his legs become immune, inexplainably. And you've noticed his core pops out, and that becomes his vulnerable spot. He also drops those orbs for us to grab and insert into the machines powering the barriers, protecting the scorch cannons that are part of the event. Now, we want those scorch cannons because they do a significant amount of damage. Okay, I need to give this guy some cover because he's the one thing standing between us and a heroic event, which will give me 1 extra renown, which means more rewards, which means that is what I want. Toss a grenade in there, and we get another walker. Now, which leg are you guys going to shoot? This one, or both? But now this one's easy because the other one, you need to take your time on. Because the condition to spawn the other walker and trigger the event to become heroic is not to kill the other walker, you've noticed, but to open all 3 barriers containing the scorch cannons. If you kill the first walker before you've done that, then you complete the public event without ever turning it heroic, which means that you get reduced rewards, and in my case, because it's what I'm actually here for, reduced renown. So you have to leave the first walker alive until you get all 3 Scorch Cannons. I'm gonna die if I don't get over this ledge. You need to leave the first walker alive until you get all 3 Scorch Cannons in order to spawn the second walker, make it heroic, and get the increased rewards. This will be an easy one. I have my arc staff. I'm just going to come over the top, drop a nade, and beat him to death with my sexy lightning stick. There, lightning stick for the win. For the win. For the win. Alright, now, since I don't know where this is going to be, because the map doesn't tell me, the map doesn't know, but the last one was in Siren's Watch, so that means that the next public event is most likely to be here somewhere. It has not spawned yet, though, so we have a little time. And what I'm going to do is take a short break. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and I will be back in just a few minutes. We'll find the next public event, and we will continue the cycle. It'll be great. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and a public event still has not shown up. This is curious, actually, because having just done one a few minutes ago, one should be spawning. I just got hit with a zap grenade. So we're going to try and fast travel right back to the rig and see if that does anything different. It may not. It did not. This is kind of screwing up my vibe. Not gonna lie to you. Killing my flow. So what we're gonna do is try to fast travel back to the game menu or to the main screen and out of the director. No, we're gonna fast travel back over to Siren's Watch and see if reloading a different portion of the world will cause the game to get its ass in gear and figure its shit out. It's not promised by any means. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be working. We might just be in a dry spell. Entirely possible. Unfortunate, but entirely possible. And by the fact that other people are standing around me, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay. No events are spawning. So let's instead take a moment, regroup, and clear some stuff out. Do a real quick inventory, because I don't want all this stuff that I'm winning heading out to the postmaster, because most of it, frankly, is garbage. It's stuff that is at my light level, below my light level, things that are not upgrades. They're really not helpful for, well, anything. And if they're not helpful for anything, then frankly, they're trash. And I treat them as such. Still not a public event. This is bizarre. Now, how many tokens do I have? I have 116 tokens. That should, I believe, put me close to completion. I think these guys are as confused as I am that there's no public event right now. So let's real quick take this time and we're gonna leave Titan. Let the game figure out. Hey, that's gross. What is that? Let the game figure out what it is that it's supposed to be doing. And what we're going to do, because the one piece of Future War Cult armor that I'm missing is the Titan chest piece. Naturally, only a Titan can roll the Titan chest piece from a vendor. You can't do it from a Warlock or a Hunter, obviously. So we're going to take my Titan to the tower to visit Lakshmi, the Future War Cult vendor, with the tokens that we've just earned over the course of the past hour, and try our luck. I don't know if this is going to get us to rank 50. It might. It depends on what rank we were when we started. That doesn't bother me, because at the rate we're going tonight, I will easily hit rank 50, probably within an hour. What I'm hoping, though, is that I will get that chess piece, because as I mentioned earlier, it is entirely RNG, whether I get it or not. I could grind until 4 in the morning and not get it. I might get it on my first roll right now. I could get it anywhere in between. That is simply the nature of it. So we're going to test our luck, and hopefully loading into a different planet will, let the game reset, put its shit back together, and then we'll go back to Titan and continue grinding. Maybe we'll load in there. As soon as you start talking shit, it works. The laws of load-in physics. Let's first check with the postmaster, because I'm sure I have a ton of blues to be dismantled. Yep. I'm actually not going to do anything about that void mod. I'm going to take it. Because those are always useful. You never know when you're going to need to swap the element of a weapon. You never know when you're going to want your favorite shotgun for a specific encounter, but you're going to need it to be solar. And maybe you don't have a duplicate that you can create. So sometimes you're just going to have those mods. Okay. Let's get lucky, people. Okay, Masterwork Gauntlets. It's nice. It's not what I want, though. Masterwork Submachine Gun. Not the chest piece I want. There's the helmet. I'm getting every piece but it's not going to be on this run. It is not to be. Okay, so what I can do is replace that. Delete that. Delete that. And that. Most of the stuff I just got, by the way, is not useful. I either have it, or I'm not interested in having it. That I don't care for. That I don't care about. I don't want to crouch in this game. Okay, so what rank are we at?
Good, you're here. And so is the war.
47. We're that close to rank 50. Do I not have that?
Take it. Fight for the future.
That's odd. I mean, okay.
May you triumph in all your wars.
Okay, so we didn't get lucky. We did not get the chess piece, which is sad, unfortunate, and frankly, sad. But we will not give up hope. God, that's good. Because we still have several hours to go. And as we've kind of proven, we have a good system going. We've got, we got 100 and some odd tokens in a little under an hour. Or, well, about an hour. So, we will navigate back to Titan. Ooh, let's see if we can catch this public event while it's going. That would be cool. If we can jump in on this, maybe grab a patrol, we might be able to dive right in. Now, the Titan is the one that I really want to get the armor for. So, question, why am I not using him? Well, everything I'm doing awards a certain amount of renown. Whether it's a patrol that awards me a certain amount, public event, earns me a certain amount. Heroic public event earns me a certain amount. But my hunter and my warlock, which you haven't seen tonight, but the case is the same, is wearing a full suit of future war cult armor, the faction that I'm representing this week. Because of that, I'm awarded 1 extra renown for every activity that I do. So every patrol and HVT, which should, okay, free stuff, thank you, which should award me 1 renown, instead rewards me 2. Public events, which should reward me 2, award me 3. Heroic public events, which should reward me 3, instead reward me 4. Because my Titan does not... Oh, there it is. Because my Titan is still missing that chess piece, he misses out on that 1 extra renown per. That means I have to do more to get the same reward from the lost sectors I'm doing. So, when I can share tokens between characters easily, what is the point in using a character that earns the tokens more slowly? My hunter will earn them quicker than my Titan, but my Titan can still use those tokens. So there is no purpose in using my Titan right now. As much as he needs it, my hunter can be just as helpful, if not more. Okay, bad time to have to reload, admittedly. Doing a ton of damage to this dude, though. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in cover for a hot sec. This guy's dead. Okay. This guy's dome is off. So let's shoot him. Let's shoot him in the dome, huh? Yeah, this is going to take another round. That's fine. Pick up a little heavy ammo. There's actually more over here. A lot more over here. Wow. I'm actually back to full. And boom, just like that, we're done here. I grab this. I just want to check over here. Sometimes an HVT spawns there, and that would be an easy extra... Well, I say 2 renown because that's what it would reward me, but I would only... I hear a high value target chest. I think it's above me. There is. Speaking of the devil. Drop a nade here, kill you guys, take that chest. I didn't really get it, did I? I didn't get the chest. Or I didn't get the renown for the chest. Ah. Here's an interesting situation. A Hive Knight up here is not usual. This is actually pretty unusual. But that is the HVT I need. Now, I get the hell out of dodge because my health is very, very low. Any stray bullet could kill me right now. And I don't want that. I want to be able to get to the next area, back to my favorite lost sector, unmolested, and preferably alive, and preferably with 5 renown. 'Tis the life of a token farmer. It's just the life we live. Don't hate. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Then again, a lot of people already hate the game, so you really don't have to, right? It's kind of taken care of. Okay, the good news for this lost sector. I have both my Archstaff and Darcy. So I have options when it comes to taking out Big Douchebag here. I choose Archstaff because it's faster. And it gives me a little extra damage resistance to get to that chest, take it, and in about 15 seconds we're done here. Moving on. Actually, I probably should be traveling to the rig. That is more than likely where the next event is going to be, because Siren's Watch just had the one we finished. Yeah. Time to relocate. Oh, don't forget to stretch your hands, people. Sometimes when you're gaming like I am for hours at a time, your hands just get stiff. And sometimes, you know, that leads to pain, that leads to stiffness. Oh, that's good. And if that's what your concern is, it leads to you not gaming so well. So be sure to give them a good stretch. Make sure to stretch both sides, your flexors and your extenders. Just loosen them up. Sometimes that's all you need. Okay, Titan is being a little weird right now. And I can't say I'm a fan. Oops. Oops. The enemy is moving against each other. Okay. So what that means, I just got a little alert in the corner of my screen. What that means is there is somewhere on this map where two enemy factions, in this case it would be the Hive and the Fallen, the ones that I'm shooting now, and the Hive, the big uglies, are having a little turf war, a little squabble, if you will. Maybe somebody, I don't know, folded the other one's Pokemon card. I don't know. So they are out en masse trying to fuck each other up. You know, that's what it is. Actually, here we are. So they're going to try and duke it out, which means that each of them spawn in larger amounts. This is interesting for me because I can enter a very hazardous, very active fighting environment. If I need to get a lot of kills, this is a good place to do it. But on the other hand, it's not actually an event, which causes me another dilemma. Do I waste my time with this? Or do I move on to something that will actually reward me? Because the enemy moving against each other just makes an area more dangerous. And there's not really any reward for participating in it. Nobody drops chests. Nobody rewards tokens. It's just kind of, there's more enemies here. Which makes it fun, which makes it interesting, but not rewarding. Alright, so we are at kind of a weird spot where there's no public events.
This place is golden age all the way down, but we have to do things the old-fashioned way.
So instead, we're going to do a couple patrols and try to figure out what is going on. Hold on, folks. I heard something funny that I would like to investigate. I might regret investigating. Maybe there's just people here for all these enemies. Oh, I got a legendary engram out of it. But I think these guys are only here to take advantage of the enemies to kill. I don't think they're actually here because anything is rewarding. Oh, I take that back. There's a high value target here. This is interesting. Alright, so this was not without benefit, oddly enough. Never mind, I just got absolutely annihilated by a sweaty vandal. But to my point, there's no other high value targets here. There's no other, well, benefit at all. Okay, Siren's Watch has a public event coming. Conveniently, that is also the source of my next... What is this? Was that a person or was that the ship? Resilient Captain, Revenant Wizard. No, not high value targets. Dangerous, powerful, but not high value. So, we are going to flip our Sparrow over and die. Just kidding. We are going to Sparrow over to Siren's Watch. See where this patrol takes us. Remember, we only have 1 renown. And even with our full faction armor, this patrol would only lead us to, rather, 3 renown. Oh, I don't know how to control my Sparrow anymore. Even this public event, even if we heroiced it, would only lead us to 4. That, too, is a high-value target. This could be interesting if he would stick his head out again, which he won't. If I kill him quickly and take the chest that he drops, I might be able to go run that public event, or run the Lost Sector, and come back in time for this public event here. This will give me 5 renown, baby. Funny how things work out sometimes. So, we're going to speed on over to the rig. Not that way. This way. We're going to speed run the Lost Sector. I think I have my Arc Staff up, which would be of great benefit. No, I do not. I lied to you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Went a little too far. And then we're going to do our best to get from this Lost Sector to that public event in Siren's Watch AFAP. So I just want to clear those dudes out. I want to get rid of those knights too, because they have some dangerous weaponry. That didn't work. This actually isn't going very well. But now that Ogre Boy is out, I can keep shooting him in the dome. I need him to turn around now. Because I need to see his dome. To shoot him in it. Now, I'm going to take a quick detour. Blow up that barrel to kill these acolytes. What I'm looking for is a weak enemy who's not well defended. This guy, for example. Because I want to hit him with my combination blow, which allows me to proc my healing. I will explain that in a moment, once I get out of here and get to the public event. So, the Arcstrider has two different trees, and I'm using one of those trees. The top tree, I believe, is the one. What that does is allows my melee attack, when both charged and used to kill an enemy, not just to harm, but as the finishing blow, it begins my character's healing. That delay that, okay, your shield has broken, you are now at critical health, you need to wait a couple seconds before your shield starts regenerating. That combination blow melee attack says you can start getting that shield back now. Okay, that was quick. So that is why that's valuable. I was looking for a weak target that I could punch to start my health regenerating, which would allow me to survive long enough to get that chest. You noticed probably my health was very, very low. And if I had not punched a guy, there was a severely good chance I was going to die before getting that chest. Being able to punch a thing and begin my health regeneration was a huge bonus that probably kept me alive. Okay, that walker's dead. There's a heavy brick there. I think I would like a scorch cannon, please. Oh, okay, cool. Heavy brick, heavy brick, heavy brick. I want the heavy brick because it fuels my gun. So, I am just here picking up some bullets for my gun. I'll let the randoms do the hard work. All these enemies will despawn.
Successful sortie, as I've come to expect from you. Well done. Again.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to head over. Because what I should have done during that public event was trigger one of those patrol missions. Because those patrol missions are generally based on killing Fallen, because Fallen predominate that area, I could have tackled that patrol and salvaged the pieces from the Fallen we killed during the public event. Are all these terms confusing you yet? If they aren't, congratulations. You understand Destiny 2. What I'm saying is I could have tackled that patrol at the same time as the public event. I didn't think of it. Hindsight is 20/20, but I am legally blind. So, did not get that far. So instead we are going to just do this with 4 renown and move on. It still nets us 8 tokens, which is perfectly fine. And will get us ready in time to do the rig. Ava Latixa, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you swinging by the channel. Know you had a stream earlier. So thank you for stopping in after the fact. Guys, here's a shout out for fellow Twitch Kitten streamer Ava Latixa. She is a fantastic personality and a fantastic person. She streams a lot of different things. I think World of Warcraft is kind of her main game, but she also does some other things, some spoopy games, some adventure games. I think she did Uncharted today. And frankly, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Whether you like World of Warcraft or not, check her out. You will like her. She has just one of those irrepressible personalities that you cannot help but like, and I cannot recommend tuning into her channel enough. She is fantastic. Her, well, actually, I don't know if it's her community or a community she's a part of. The Cuddle Puddle is fantastic. She's another Twitch Kitten streamer like I am, and the Twitch Kittens community is fantastic. Bottom line, please check Ava out at that link that I've posted in the chat. Drop her a follow. Tell her I sent you. Alright, so, like I was just saying in regards to public events and patrols and doing them at the same time. Let me kill this guy. The patrol I just picked up is a salvage mission that requires me to, there, over here on the left side, you can see, eliminate Hive in the rig and pick up any whatever they drop. The name of the item is not important. What's important is that I have to kill Hive to do it. So, this public event is the Witch's Ritual. If you've been hanging out, you know it's in here, and we kill Hive wizards, and we're surrounded by Hive enemies. That means that if I want to take a couple minutes off, guess what? I can get these collectibles that I'm picking up right now, because I just killed some Hive. I can multitask, kill the Hive inside this room, and while I'm working on this heroic public event, I am also working on the patrol. I kill the Hive because I need to survive the public event, and they drop the items that I need to complete the patrol. It is absolutely killing two birds with one stone. It is absolutely making your life easier, and it's saving a bit of time. Now, am I sitting around for a couple minutes? Yes, I am. I am probably going to sit. I have 1 minute and 20 seconds. And I'm frankly hoping that somebody shows up so that I'm not the only one doing this. But first off, a little bit of downtime, 1 minute of downtime is not the end of the world. And frankly, other people are probably going to show up because they're likely doing the same thing I am, which is chasing public events to, get the renown and go do a lost sector. But also, sometimes you've just been running for an hour or so. And sometimes just this little downtime, this short little break afforded by knowing, hey, guess what? I don't need to run around during this 2 minutes before the public event because I need to get the renown to jump into this with so that I can do the lost sector afterwards. Forget it. I don't need to do that. I can take a quick breather, relax, and know that I'm about to get both of these together. Now, unless nobody shows up to help me. And so far, I am alone, which does not bode well. But I do see down on the left corner, you might miss it. It says other people are near, which means they're in the area. And I imagine they're coming to do the same thing I am. And there they are. They're just on the other side, probably going to come in at some point for this event. Now, I'm just going to snipe the crap out of the switch and move over here. For this event, I need to be standing on these plates to lower the witch's shield so that I can pop her in the dome a couple times. Oh, you didn't like that, did you? No? Okay. Good. I didn't think you would. I was hoping you would not. Okay, I'm getting my shit fucked up here. Yeah. That was unfortunate. The sad thing is, because I have no help right now, nobody is around to lend me a hand. This is really an event that takes multiple people. I need to not only hold off these thrall, but hold down this plate and shoot the crystals that are above the plate to trigger the heroic event. If you can see how I'm getting mobbed, you can understand why that might be a difficult thing to do. And it is. These thrall are incredibly distracting because you cannot ignore them. I need to pop this bitch's shield and then fight her. Where is she? Where'd she go? Now you show up. Thank you, random blueberries. I appreciate your showing up after the fact. But, in another sense, it's actually okay. Because this public event, thanks to me wearing full faction armor, awards me 3 renown, whereas it should award me 2. So that gives me 3 renown. The patrol that I did gives me 1, boosted to 2 by my faction armor. That still gives me 5 renown, which is what I want. So, all in all, it doesn't matter that I was alone for the beginning and didn't have time to trigger the heroic event. It doesn't matter that I had to kill the witch that came out instead of the knight, which would, give me better rewards and give me 1 more renown at the end. Doesn't matter. I still have the maximum renown, which is what I want. Gaming the system, people. Why grind when you can cheese? That's actually not a cheese, it's just being efficient. But, you know what? We're going to call it whatever we want to call it, frankly. Alright, let's see. Siren's Watch. Titan seems to have gotten itself under control. You remember if you were watching... Wow. Okay, my email is freaking the hell out. You remember if you were watching a little earlier that we were having some problems. Public events weren't spawning in, and, well, we were sitting around doing nothing, waiting for one to show up, and they weren't showing up. Now they seem to be working. And we have people around for this one. This is also good. Okay, so we're going to try to do the same thing this time. Punch this dreg because he's in my way. We're going to grab a salvage mission. And like I said, salvage missions in this particular area, in Siren's Watch, are almost exclusively based on killing Fallen. Yep, see? Defeat Fallen in Siren's Watch and collect the components that they drop. So, we're not going to worry about it yet. I'm just going to snipe this guy because he probably deserves it. And I want to have some fun. And I'll rally the flag here just because it will fill my super and award me, fill up my ammo. That's always good. You want that. And then we're just going to wait. We have 3 minutes to basically chill out, do nothing, hang around. In the meantime, what I think I'm going to do is visit the vendor here, Sloan, because I have a lot of Titan tokens. Titan is the location, by the way. Yeah, okay, whatever. And let's cash these in, try and get some rewards, and let's be honest, most of the crap she's going to give me will not be worthwhile. But some, like that mask I just got, are masterworked. A masterworked piece of armor gives me increased damage resistance during my super, or during my ultimate abilities, and also allows me to re-roll its stats to be more to my liking. Now, I don't want the armor that she's giving out because, frankly, it's ugly as shit. But dismantling it gives me cores that will allow me to make other pieces of armor that I already own into masterworks if they are not, which is pretty cool. Also works on weapons. Same rules apply. I get to, okay, different rules apply. I do get to re-roll a bonus for their stats. I don't actually need this. One of the great guns in the game, but I already have like 7. So I'm just here for these cores so I can upgrade other weapons and armor that I like, but are not masterworked. Because frankly, I don't want the masterworks that she's giving out. The armor that she's giving out is ugly as hell. It is very literally made out of spacesuits. It's meant to look like an astronaut, which would be fine, except they look like shit. And why look like an astronaut when you can look like a snazzy-ass hunter? Fashion over function. Always. So we'll drop these, and this has probably killed a good couple minutes, so I think we can head back now. And no, I'm not even looking to see if any of these are stronger than what I have. Largely because I know that they're not. I know that my light level, which is the level of the armor that I'm wearing, is a little higher than that. And only certain activities give you armor that is equal to or higher than what you're wearing. These vendors are not one of them. They give you stuff that's equal to what you're wearing and lower. Never higher. Well, I shouldn't say never higher, because during the early game they will, but generally at the stage that I'm at, they're not helpful for anything other than those masterwork cores. So, see these little diamonds with the pyramids inside them down below me? Those are the items that I need to pick up for my patrol. Remember, with my future war cult armor, those patrols, grabbing 9 of those to finish my patrol, you can see on the left side of my screen. Collecting 9 of those, oop, he already took care of that, will net me 2 renown. Finishing this public event, even if I don't heroic it, gives me 3. That gives me 5 renown, which is maxed out, and I go run that lost sector. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. That easy. Mess up this guy's leg. And I'm gonna wait to grab them later. If I incidentally walk over one, it's not the end of the world. But I don't really want that renown right now, because having a couple renown is, in a practical sense, a curse. You have severely reduced self-healing. All your enemies do more damage. It generally is a handicap, and you don't want to be handicapped during a public event where There's so much fire and so many enemies. You know, you want to be at full. The only time you really want to have renown is when you're ready to cash it in. During events like this, you don't want it. It makes it more difficult for you. So I'm going to avoid those patrol pickups for the moment because I'm not ready for that renown. Having those 2 renown right now is of no benefit to me. It will be of benefit to me when I eat one. When I get the 3 renown from this event, plus the 2 renown from the patrol, and then head directly to the Lost Sector. So now I'm going to scoop them up.
Sortie, as I've come to expect from you. Well done.
So I get 4 from the public event, 2 from the patrol, which would make 6, but the maximum is 5. I'm all set. I'm ready to go. So let's go. The things you learn, am I right? Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. That would have hurt badly. That would have cost me a renown if I had died. Which would have cost me either 2 tokens or, I assume, a significant amount of time. Alright, so good news, the next next public event is right there. And even better, there's a kill patrol right next to it. And if you thought the last patrol I did was easy, was to just, you know, salvage some items from killing a certain group of enemies, all I have to do with a kill patrol is kill a certain group of enemies. Actually, that's not even true. I'm lying to you. I don't even have to kill a certain group of enemies. I just have to kill enemies. Ogre is dead. So, yeah, this is an unfun grind. It's not the most exciting. It's not even particularly fun. But it is efficient. It gets the job done. Which is going to get us our tokens. And how many are we at right now? We're at 69. Which means now is the perfect time to stop, right? No, that's not true. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this kill patrol.
Far beyond the walls, but the city lives within us. Make them see the hope in your eyes, God.
Okay, make them see the hope in your eyes. Kind of weird, but I like it. Let's rally the flag. That will refill our super and refill our heavy ammo. And we have 3 minutes to go. So I'm not going to pretend that I have something intelligent to say for the moment. And instead, I'm going to hunker down between these boxes where I'm mostly safe. And I'm going to tell you that I'm about to take a 1-minute break while I go grab another beer. I will be right back. Here's my slate, so you have something remotely interesting to listen to. I hope that you will use this to either go to the bathroom, get a drink yourself, get a snack, what have you. I will be back in a minute. Roughly. Don't set a timer. Okay, I told you not to set a timer. It was probably closer to 2 minutes. But regardless, we're back. And we have 8 seconds to the event. I call that good timing. You can call it whatever you want, that's fine. Now, who's here? Do we have any? I don't see anyone else. This might be a problem. Okay, there's a couple people way over there. But I don't want to assume that they'll be coming over to help me. So I need to treat this like I am going to be alone. And that means fucking shit up. Okay, in comes... Yep. This is why you can't have good things. Okay. Grab arc charge. I'm gonna go to this one because it's particularly vulnerable. And he's about to get up, so I'll grab it while the walker is incapacitated. Same with this one, I'm still kind of vulnerable. He's about to send me flying, so I brace myself against the big shipping container. Now I have a problem, because it is me against a shitload of people with guns. Well, I shy away from calling them people, but in a realistic sense they are. So I'm going to try to take cover and just charge this bomb. I think that landed right next to me. I don't want that. Wow, okay. That was cheap. A high-value target has dropped its plunder. I wonder if that was here. Now, you see I'm kind of running away and investigating something else. Because I saw that other people are in. Which means that suddenly, this became a lot more doable. Alright, here's a high-value target chest. Now, I don't need the chest, because if we heroic this event and I don't die, the two together, I will still get 5 renown. But the high-value target chest gives me a little bit of insurance. See, now I'm at 3. So while the heroic event will put me over 5, which means 5, now I have a little extra insurance. I can die in the middle of this event and still succeed and get 5 renown. You didn't think you were going to be doing math in this stream, did you? It's very simple. There's no division or anything. This guy's as good as dead. Like I said, as good as. Okay. Let's just revive this guy to be nice. Okay, reload everything. Got my 5 renown. I am right next to the lost sector. So we're just going to dive down and do it. Boop, boop. Okay, so I missed it. Slightly more difficult. I don't have my arc staff ready because I used it, remember, at the top of the public event. So I'm just going to have to Darcy this. That's okay. I can live with that. Toss that grenade in there. I don't think it went far enough. I want to shoot this barrel, but it doesn't seem like there's anybody there. Okay. Let's start shooting the ogre in his ugly face. I mean, come on, I've met toenails more attractive. So no, I don't feel bad. Okay, this is gonna be ugly because I am out of health. There we go, got it. Okay, real simple here. I don't have to live anymore. My renown is spent. I'm good. I don't need to do anything else. God, that's good beer. Okay, and the next public event is here. I see a salvage mission, so we're going to grab that. And repeat. Where did Captain Boy go? Where did he go? I don't know where he went.
Our supply chain's been disrupted. We're going to have to gather what we can from the locals.
Okay. Gathering from the locals. Not sure how much longer this public event has. Ah, hello. Almost got shot. Dodged it by dancing. Totally counts. So this guy is also Future War Cult. It looks like he has the full ornaments where I do not. And it is customary to exchange emotes as a show of good faith. Yeah, good faith is optional, by the way. It's just to show off. Who am I kidding? Ah, we have an HVT here. Oh, he does not like that. And he just fell off the map. That's kind of cool. Bang, bang. And so, there's our insurance renown. Remember, we still have a patrol that we're working on. So that will net us some, and the public event will net us some. Or a lot, rather. This is just insurance. And insurance is good. By the way, I'm not comfortable telling you how many minutes I spent perfecting this dance. I know many of you learned it from Fortnite. Many of you might have learned it from wherever Backpack Kid started it. I forget where. Was it a Pink concert? Ellen? I don't even remember. I'm ashamed to tell you how long I practiced this.
Guardian, the Fallen are bringing in their armory.
But I did. And I'm reasonably good at it. And I'm embarrassed. Just toss down that preemptive nade. Boink, boink,
Them a new lesson.
boink. Alright, so we'll just get ready to do the same thing here. Pop him in the legs and call it a day. Which legs are they shooting? This one. Okay. Grab the orbs, grab the orbs. Bobby Orb. There we go. Another leg down. And I'm going to keep in mind here to punch all these idiots to keep it clear for my teammate, but also not to use my super ability, not to use my arc staff, because I'm going to save that for the lost sector, so I can breeze through it and move on with my life. Life, like I have one. Yeah, okay. Ouch. I'm getting hurt. Just fuck that guy in particular. Oh, okay. That's a wall. So I'm gonna start going to work on the next walker. And so that I don't have to spend my own heavy ammo, I'll grab a Scorch Cannon and spend the Fallen's heavy ammo instead. And get out of the way because I'm getting shot at. And don't forget, because I grabbed that HVT earlier, I am now renowned and taking extra damage. So I need to be a little careful with my health right now. I don't want to pick too many fights that I don't need to.
Well done. Again.
So yeah, all those enemies that are hanging around until they despawn. Ooh, exotic engrams, sweet. I don't really want to mess with them. Not because I'm scared of them per se, but because they have the possibility of making things more difficult for me than they really need to be. Okay, loading wall. This is fun. Oop, excuse me. Excuse me, please. Hey, don't shoot your guests. It's very rude. Don't do that. Okay. So after this run, we are going to grab our Titan, or grab my Titan. It's not yours, I don't share. And we're going to run to the tower and see if we can get that chess piece. Okay, actually, what I'd like to do is... Okay. What I'd like to do is return to orbit real quick, because I would like to check something without, you know, these ugly acolytes pointing guns at my face. So one of the things that I'm working on, alongside getting this chess piece for my Titan, is ornaments for all of this faction armor. An ornament is just a Bungie word for an alternate decoration, or a different skin, if you will. And some of these are tied to, there we go. Some of these are tied to this particular event. I have to get them this week or next week. Some of them I have to get this week. So I just want to make sure with my hunter I have gotten those, and it looks like I have the ones that are tied to this week. So we're good. My warlock has some that I would like to make sure that I have finished. So I'll probably start using my warlock for the rest of the night. It is a little more difficult. I don't have an insta kill ability or a super ability that can, instantly break the Hive Ogre like my Arcstaff can. But I can make some things happen. So, with my Titan, we are going to head into the tower, go visit Lakshmi, and pray to RN Jesus that he may shine upon us in luck and random numbers, and we may receive the future war cult chess piece. Amen. What I need, actually, is another Rapture Gaming buddy. RG Soulman is his gamer tag. Has absolutely absurd luck. He might actually be RN Jesus. That's the level of luck he has. And that's something we in Rapture actually believe. This is no joke. If there is something to get, he will get it. And he will get multiples of it. He is just that lucky when it comes to random number generators. Or he's just lucky. Or he just plays a lot. We haven't quite figured it out, but he gets everything. We try to brag and say, hey, check out this exotic thing I got. And he says, oh yeah, I got 2 of those today at launch.